Hi there, everyone. Good morning to you all. Good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in this wide world. Welcome again to a new webinar from EDIBON. We are going to spend the next 45 minutes talking about new stuffs as every opportunity we have. And first of all, I'd like to welcome you all for joining us in this new webinar. We are going to talk about our energy area and how this is related to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Today, we are going to talk about the number 7, affordable and clean energy, and how EDIBON can collaborate with this and many other things. Okay, I need to be quick, sharp, and clear because we have only 45 minutes to an hour to talk about everything. I will try to speak in a very simple way, as clear as possible. And then at the end of the webinar, we will open a session for questions and answers for you to interchange some information. This is the idea, okay? And no worries, because we're also going to receive both this video recorded as well as this presentation that we'll be sharing in the next couple of days or something like that, okay? Good, that's it. This is our agenda for today. We'll talk about 5 topics, basically. Its born and its brief history, business lines. The number 3 is SCADA technology, SCADA expansions, and especially how EDIBON and its area 5 called energy can collaborate with your expectations. And as I said before, and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 7. Today, we are going to talk about the number 7, okay? Which promotes affordable and clean energy. Good. From pages 3 to 7, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about EDIBON. This is the pages we were talking about, but I will keep this in the first page, and then we can discuss along this 5 or 6 pages we have, okay? EDIBON is a family business with 100% Spanish capital located in Madrid, Spain. We design and manufacture teaching and research equipment in addition to some more specific goods and services. One of the main goals of this company is offering means and alternatives to strengthen and develop the appropriate technical training at all levels required by the industry these days. This means the industry requires something very high qualified from the technical education perspective, and EDIBON has the means to provide that. Our company was born over 40 years ago due to a huge gap in the technical education identified by the company's founder, Mr. Elias Bonilla. Unfortunately, this technical gap or technical education gap between market and institutions will always exist as the industry simply reacts and adapts itself much faster actually than technical centers. We are fully in line with market demands. We offer what the industry needs and what it requires. We also export to more than 150 countries, and in terms of SCADA computer controlled units, we are a reference player in the world. EDIBON is 100% autonomous and independent company. This is very, very important. We design and manufacture our own units, expansion softwares, integrated systems, etc. Our technical solutions range from A to Z. Both the installation of the equipment and the training of the staff at the end customer are carried out by EDIBON engineers or by training engineers of our local partner in their countries, okay? We also have many engineers from several areas hired by EDIBON itself. More than 90 of our workforce is or has technical background. This is another important thing, especially this is one of the concerns of most countries. We offer 5-year factory warranty for our goods and 15-year after-sales service for any spare part replacement. Many end customers are very concerned about these conditions, okay? This is a brief introduction about EDIBON. Of course, we have much more to share with you, but let's go to page 8, where I would like to give you some introduction about our business line. Although this is a single page, I have a lot to talk about this, much information in just a single page. We diversify our business into 9 lines, but today we will only talk about some of them. Day to day. They are small or medium businesses for which money is always available, regardless the source of funds. This means when the end customer has some budget approved or is asking for some funds or resources and wants to spend money in something for renew a laboratory or acquire new equipments, anything related to that. The important thing on this is the money is always available for purchase projects. They are medium or large businesses for which money is also always available or always available too. Funds are usually offered by international organisms or organizations like the World Bank, European Union, UNESCO, NIDO, African Development Bank, in addition to some others. Okay, TKP projects, it's just like the previous one project, but in this case, it's financed mostly by a Spanish source of fundings. Usually refer to an acquisition of complete SCADA laboratories. In this kind of project, the end customer does not spend a cent once the government of the country that is asking for funds pays the bill. Soft financing conditions for public technical institutions are highly interesting and favorable. A turnkey project is a complete package of goods and services delivered by the seller, in this case, our company or EDIBON. Technical distance learning. The acronym ECL, or for EDIBON Cloud Learning. This is where or when teaching or research units can be operated from distance, from anywhere at any time, by only using a device connected to internet. Please pay attention on this, okay? This is a very interesting deal, as ECL or the ECL Master Center can be connected to other 100 centers more. Acquisitions of up to 1 million can be handled by EDIBON. And above that, or any other case, other sources of financing can be used, such as TKP, for instance. This means you can use a TKP project for funding an EDIBON Cloud Learning Laboratory if you are interested in having one. Okay, pilot plants and custom-made units, another very important topic. Processing pilot plants allow training, research, and small production. I consider them mini factories. They can be sponsored by international organizations respecting the due criteria. We need to check what they ask for. And we also have enough expertise to develop any custom-made unit or equipment in any technical area. This means if in our wide range of over 4,000 equipment, you don't find something that specifically fit or meet your requirement, we can develop, design, and manufacture something specific for you, a custom-made equipment or unit. Okay, these are just of some our prestige prestige customer and partners. Here we can find Harvard University, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Charles Darwin University in Australia, and etc. and some others. Okay, we also have many international quality certifications to meet any market requirement. Very, very important, this page. Many details in just a single page. All right. Next page, we'll talk about the engineering areas that EDIBON works on. Our product range, as I said before, is around 4,000 different teaching and research units, being 1,000 with SCADA. If we consider our expansions, the range goes up to more than 60,000 different units. This is a bit complicated, but as the more you, this is when we include an expansions, you complete change the equipment. So we consider that a different one. And if you consider these expansions or our expansions, the range goes up to more than 60,000 different units, which are really or are available in our 14 areas as follows. It ranges from physics, electronics, communications, electricity, the number 5, energy, which we will talk about today, mechatronics and mechatronics, mechanics, fluid mechanics, thermodynamics and thermotechnics, process control, the number 10, and 11 is chemical engineering, food and water technology, environment and biomedical engineering. Okay, the next slide will talk about EDIBON SCADA technology. It's a lot of information and very detailed information, but I would like to make this easier for you. Okay, so these slides, this is from page 10 to 16. I will keep this here. As you can see, this is very, very detailed in the presentation, okay? I'm not going to go into these details because I'd like to give you an overview about the technology, okay? But you can have this, go through this presentation later very carefully, and for any question you have, we can discuss that later in a video or a phone conference, okay? All right, let's skip this in this page, in the first page of our technology, EDIBON SCADA technology, okay? All EDIBON units are specially designed for theoretical and practical studies. All units designed, manufactured, and quality controlled in-house simulate industrial processes on a laboratory scale. Sorry about that. They allow students to learn the main or complete processes as well as the variables that take part of this process, of course. Many of these are computer-controlled units and feature SCADA system. Please pay attention when I talk about a SCADA computer-controlled unit. Please pay attention to the details of this. I would like to call or draw your attention for this kind of equipment, SCADA computer-controlled units, okay? To understand the real potential of a computer-controlled SCADA unit, we should know a little more about EDIBON SCADA technology. SCADA means supervision, control, and data acquisition of industrial processes. Every automated factory uses SCADA along with PLC in its industrial processes. This is a concept EDIBON brought from the industrial market few decades back. More than 30 years ago, EDIBON brought the application of this concept to its goods. Using a SCADA net, which is one of our expansions, and it is a local net, computer-controlled SCADA units can be shared with up to 30 students simultaneously. We'll talk about this later. A SCADA unit, I call this a set of elements. This is not only, I do not consider this a single equipment only. I call this a set of elements that interchange inputs and outputs of signals. And they are, this set is composed or is formed by 5 specific elements, which is the unit or the equipment itself, sensors and actuators, control interface, no worries, as this is very detailed here, as I told you before, okay? The first one is unit. It talks a little bit, so you can go to sensor and actuators, control interface, and so on, all right? No worries about that. Okay, all right. I was talking about control interface, which is very, very important. Number 4, it's the 42 SCADA software package. And the last one, data acquisition board. Okay, sensor and actuators. According to the inputs sent by the user, the unit transmits back signals that will be interpreted, translated, and processed by the control interface. This is what our sensors and actuators do, okay? Sorry about that, sensors and actuators here. The next one is control interface that converts the signals sent by the sensors and actuators into precise information, free of interference in real time to the SCADA software. The number 3 is the software SCADA. Sorry about that. Is the data acquisition board. Okay. Doesn't matter. Data acquisition board. One of the fastest on the market. It manages and records 200 kilo samples per second. This means 200,000 information exchanged per second. A lot of information interchanged in a single second, okay? And our SCADA computer control equipment feature that. SCADA software. Through the computer, it makes the real interaction among equipment, professor, and student. It's graphically provides all the information processed by the control interface, always precise and in real time. This package is composed by 42 softwares distributed into 4 groups as follows. Let's just talk about the groups. Supervisory, control, data acquisition, and data management. These are the 4 groups of the 42 package, software package, sorry. Just for information, all of them can be supplied in any language. Another very important information. And before going on, I forgot to introduce myself, of course. My name is Francisco Baldo. We are maybe in the middle of the webinar already, and I forgot to present myself. At EDIBON, I am responsible for developing businesses in Portuguese, in countries that has Portuguese as mother or second language, so among others in Africa as well, but especially focusing on countries that speak Portuguese, okay? Sorry about that again. Open control. This is another, I'd like to share this with you now. This is very, very important, where you can feature some SCADA advantages or what exactly, some more information about SCADA. Open control, for example. What does an open control, or what is an open control? This is we use an open control, or using an open control, you have the ability to adjust or change requirements. Sorry, you can adjust or change parameters or conditions involved in the experiment at any time during the entire process simulation. Let's rephrase that. By using this opening control, you have the ability to adjust or change parameters or conditions involved in the experiment at any time during the entire process simulation, okay? On the other hand, multi-control means that the user has control over multiple parameters available and can view the information from all sensors simultaneously. The system operates with real-time control. In other words, the computer receives information from the unit extremely quickly, which results in instantaneous responses. Very important information related to SCADA computer controlling units. Okay, this is our technology. Sorry about the brief and quick introduction, but otherwise we run out of time if you spend some more time on this. Okay, let's go to EDIBON'S SCADA expansions, which I humbly call them accessories. We are not going to the details of each one. We'll split this in these 4 groups: industrial expansions, pedagogical, multi-post, and advanced research, and talk about them in general, all right? But no worries, as you have each one of this very detailed in the presentation, all right? You can have a lot and detailed information from these slides, okay? EDIBON'S SCADA expansion is described or it's shown from page 17 to 27, 10 pages talking about EDIBON'S SCADA expansions. Good, let's go. The more the use of EDIBON'S SCADA expansions, the closer to the real industry will be the experiments of the process simulations. Very important, this one, this topic. Expansions or accessories, EDIBON expansions, I humbly call them accessories, improve and boost the purpose of the equipment, which is simulating industrial processes. Our 12 SCADA expansions are divided into these groups I already talked about: industrial, pedagogical, multi-post, and advanced research. If you are a professor, if you are a researcher, please understand this a little bit more according to this video, this presentation video, the own presentation you are going to receive. Take a look on this and how these expansions can help you in your daily basis, okay? Okay. All right, industrial expansions simulate real industrial processes. They are directly related to the 4.0 industry and the industrial Internet of Things. Good. Pedagogical expansions, didactic softwares or software for class management and theoretical technical training according to the process to be studied, always related to the process to be studied. So the professor has total control over the class, and it provides to the students theoretical and technical training. Real-time control by the teacher of what's being understood by the students, and besides that, the software content is editable. So you can change this and you can edit the software according to your intentions. Multi-post expansions. Using these expansions, the multi-post, all units and accessories, including other SCADA expansions, can be shared with several students at the same time. This is multi-post expansions. Advanced research expansions allow SCADA software to be open for full control of the algorithms available. Researchers, please pay attention on this. Our advanced research expansions allow SCADA software to be open for full control of the algorithms available to that process. This means maximum performance of the technical potential of the equipment, okay? This is only a brief about SCADA expansions. As I said, you can have much more information if you go through these details of the presentation. It's very detailed here. Please check it out, every single one, and get back to me for more information if you don't get your answer from this presentation. Okay, on page 28 we will properly start our webinar of area number 5, energy, and how this area is related to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 7, which is name it affordable and clean energy. All right, good. There is no better way to explain the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals as a collection of interlinked global goals, which are 17 in total to be more precise, designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. This is the idea. The SDGs were set in 2015 by the United Nations and General Assembly and are intended to be achieved by the year 2013. All the 17 SDGs are set or intended to be achieved by 2013. So we have some less than, I don't know, 9 years to work on this. And this is our idea, okay? Cover the 8 technical SDGs by using our equipment and how they can collaborate to meet the requirements of these goals. This is the first, this one we are talking about today is the first of 6 webinars that EDIBON will be performing along this year related to UN SDGs, but focusing especially on how our teaching and research equipment may perfectly fit most market technical demands. This is the idea. Just for information, 80 of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals are technical. Okay? Good. Let's go to page 28 and let's skip this here. No worries. Let's skip this here and make some comments over this. This goal this goal number 7, affordable and clean energy, intends to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all, as said before, by the year 2030. And how can exactly EDIBON collaborate with UNESCO or UNIDO or even your institution? Well, there is a need for skilled people. According to UNESCO and UNIDO, demands for technical and vocational education and training, in other words, the acronym is TVET, are immediate. These demands are immediate, and EDIBON is the best solution for sustainable development. Industrialization, on the other hand, in developing countries is a key point in every case. It always requires a high level of technical training, and due to our large experience and on how EDIBON is very able to provide that. The higher is the technical training, the more is the using of SCADA expansions along or with PLC. Industry requires equipment combined with philosophy. We offer several solutions: new technology, SCADA softwares, integrated systems, SCADA expansions, etc. In addition to that, for improving the efficiency by using any energy source, the market will certainly demand a higher or a high standard level of professional. If the market will demand a very high standard level of profession, it's up to us to prepare them for this or for that. That is when EDIBON plays its role by providing advanced and modern means for a proper technical training. All right, good. Much information in only a single page. Good. The next 2 pages, we are going to talk about our energy area and its sub-areas, which is split or divided in 7 sub-areas. Okay, the EDIBON energy area is easily identified as number 5 in our website. If you have some time, before going to question and answer, I'd like to go to our website and show you how our number 5 area is located and how you can find it. I would like to spend some five minutes by going to that and showing you our website, as well as a catalog of any equipment, just to show you and locate you in our web page. Okay, nowadays non-renewable energies are increasingly scarce goods that, together with global warming, make the concept of energy efficiency more and more important. Increasingly advanced technological solutions are studied in order to obtain maximum efficiency in power generation in the electric power system to transport it, as well as in the energy consumption, control, and management. Just some introduction about this, about energy. Technology and energy efficiency go hand in hand. As an example is the growing expansion of smart grids. They cover from power generation with renewable energy, the power transmission and distribution systems, to the management of energy consumption through smart metering systems such as smart meters. Very confusing and very, very technical. Sorry about that. Our 7 energy sub-areas are distributed as follows, as you can see in this slide here. 1 is the smart grids and power system. The number 2, microgrids. 3, renewable energy. The 17, or at least the 8 technical SDGs of United Nations talk a lot about renewable energy. Okay. And renewable energy, we already had in the past, few months back, I guess, an exclusive webinar for renewable energies. We can share this with you if you haven't attended that date. All right, no worries. So renewable energy is the number 3. Conventional energy is 4. Energy storage, another important area of energy, because the idea here is how to storage the second source of energy. We accumulate that, or actually we do not accumulate that. We need to accumulate that by storing this energy collected. High voltage and electrical protection systems, installations and maintenance, and this is the 7 sub-areas. I just would like to draw your attention that some of these sub-areas, like 5.1, 0.3, 0.6, and 7, also subdivide themselves into more specific ones. It's a huge area. We don't have enough time to talk about each one, but this is the sub-areas we have, but some of them subdivide themselves into more specific information. Okay, let's go to smart grids and power systems now. Let's go. The idea here is just introducing you 2 equipments of each sub-area. There are, among our wide range, there are lots of other equipments, but again, we do not have enough time for that. So the idea is introducing to you two equipments of each sub area of our energy area. Okay. So the idea here, as I will show you, is we have two equipment per slide, very detailed information about each one. Our advanced mechanical, electrical, and smart grid power system is one of the most advanced and complete power systems in the market. This is not a simulator, but a real system. This one, okay? It's able to show any electrical phenomena that are present in real power systems, such as short circuits, over currents, over voltage, over frequencies, reverse power, generator runaway, sorry about that, and blackouts, etc. So this is our real system for studying these possibilities if you are interested to. Okay, the second one is our final user smart grid system. Smart grids provide reliability, flexibility, efficiency, load adjustment, sustainability, and demand response. These main factors allow a better control over the electro energy parameters, and you can use this equipment for that. For this equipment reflects all these characteristics and allows the user to carry out real appliances related to current smart grids. If you intend to study smart grids, this is the one. Okay, let's go to microgrids here. Just one, but huge or big equipment for this, for studying microgrids. The microgrid power system is a power system which stands for a set of renewable resources. Let's see which they are: photovoltaic, wind, hydroelectric one, and they are integrated into an isolated grid for power production. It has been designed for the theoretical practical training on microgrid power system. The information is very technical. I try to give you some idea about the equipment, but unfortunately, I could not run from the description of the equipment. But if you have enough time, I'd like to show the catalog of one equipment. There you can find an introduction about the equipment, what exactly that equipment does, and what kind of practical exercise you can study by having that equipment. Okay, page 33. I consider this a very important one: renewable energies. Okay, there are two equipment here. Let's talk a little bit about them. Renewable energies. Not that the other areas are not important, but this one we should give special attention, because as I said before, most of these 8 technical SDGs are related somehow to renewable energies. Okay. Our computer-controlled photovoltaic power plant application has been designed to study operations carried out in photovoltaic power systems connected to the energy national grid. This application allows studying the procedure of dynamic control of active power injected in the electrical network through the smart inverter. In addition, this application allows the local control of the voltage in the nodes of the network, as well as the study of energy storage. This is very important. And I draw your attention for this. The rest is maybe too much technical, but let's understand. We need to understand why or what is the equipment for. This one is for studying energy storage in batteries by means of hybrid inverters. See all practical possibilities with this equipment in our website. Please take this reference, go to our website and check out this one for more information, okay? The second one, which is this, is our EESTC, our computer-controlled thermal solar energy unit. We talked about this equipment, and it was one of the equipment we considered in our renewable energies webinar in the past. All right. This unit is a system that simulates the conversion of solar energy into usable thermal energy. The simulated solar radiation, in our case, is done by using a panel with powerful luminous sources of for collecting this first source of energy. Actually, EDIBON has lots of renewable energy equipment available in more than 10 sub areas. Check them out in our website. Maybe we go to the catalog later of this equipment. Okay, page 34, conventional energies. Let's run a little bit of the renewable ones, conventional energies. This first equipment, it's our computer-controlled diesel engine electrical generator application. It has been designed to conduct studies and research on the operation process of real power plants running with diesel gensets. A diesel genset or genset is also known as a diesel generator. Imagine the following situations. How a diesel genset as a backup system in a hospital, for example, would respond to a sudden blackout. This one of the considerations. And a situation where it's necessary for a genset to automatically start and synchronize with another electrical grid to support power production. This is just some of the uses or simulations you can make by using this one, okay? These two and many other situations can be studied with this equipment and analyze simultaneously all the power and control signals of the system. Good, a lot of information on this one. Our second one in this conventional energy slide, is our computer-controlled two-shaft gas turbine. The importance of studying a gas turbine is given by its great field of applications like a gas turbine for electricity generation. Second one would be a combined cycle together with a vapor turbine, cogeneration, combination or a combined cycle of electrical and thermal power. Another one is a reactor, using this as a reactor in the applications of the aviation field. I have just sold an equipment for that purpose. The gas turbine is a jet engine. And the last one I would consider is the turboprops. Unlike the turbojet, this turbine is designed to obtain a maximum mechanical energy possible, which is used to move a propeller. Those ones that are directly involved in this kind of study are a little more familiar with the use, the purpose of the utility of this kind of equipment. Okay, energy storage. Let's go to the next one here, which is energy storage. Two equipment for that. Smart Grid's battery storage application has been designed by EDIBON to study cutting-edge energy storing system. If you are interested in studying storing systems, this is the one for you, with smart batteries and grid inverters. These inverters are known as hybrid inverters and are the future in the smart storage and energy management systems. This application provides the knowledge and essential skills about the smart storage energy systems and can work along with other power generation source to study the energy mix, the advantages and problems as well. They emerge when alternate sources are interconnected into a power system. Sorry about this quite technical usage of the words, but we'd like to give you the idea in a couple of minutes of what about each equipment does, what's their purpose. But I know sometimes for those who are not technical, this is a bit or quite complicated, okay? The pumping storage power plant application with SCADA, this is the second unit we have here, includes all the necessary modules to simulate and study the operation of a hydroelectric pumping power plant. So if you intend to simulate or study the operation of hydroelectric pumping power plant, this is the one, and its different elements. Just for information, this application includes a synchronous generator, a servo machine, and an electric motor with a dynamic brake. Good. Let's go to page 36 and talk about high voltage and electrical protection systems. Here, two more equipment for you. This one, the high voltage laboratory system, is formed by a basic unit and 3 optional test kits built with highest precision to make different configurations in order to carry out high AC voltage tests, DC voltage tests, and impulse stress tests. This application also includes safety elements like or such as a closed metal cage to protect the user against partial discharge. Okay. The second one is the protection relays test application, our ERP. It's one of the most advanced and safe equipment in the market for studying the operation of protection relays used in real electrical substations. This equipment provides students and professors or researchers or students, professor and researchers with the necessary knowledge and experience in the field of high voltage protection and cyber security system. Okay, good. Installations and maintenance. Our last set of equipment available for this webinar, but it doesn't mean we don't have many others available there. Okay, these are just some examples for presenting to you or introducing to you some information about our energy sub-areas. This first one, installation and or in the sub-area installations and maintenance, is the wiring or the wiring installation training for wind power systems. It has been designed for the formation at professional practical level in the field of the installation, wiring I'm really not sure about this pronunciation, and commissioning of wind power energy systems. This application provides the future professional with knowledge and essential skills about wind power installations focused on residential and commercial applications. Okay, this is very good for TVET applications or TVET interests. The second one is the three-phase transformer construction kit, which allows showing the students how a three-phase transformer is built step by step. Very interesting one. This application is provided with different parts, and the students will learn its manufacture processes or manufacture process. Additionally, it's recommended to acquire a power supply winding machine and a multimeter, so students can manufacture themselves new coils and test the power transformer. Okay. Before going, let me see what time we have. We have quite extended on this, but I really would like to show you in just a few minutes our webpage.
Francisco, can you hear me, please?
I don't know that.
Francisco, can you hear me?
Okay, this is our webpage. Here in products, we can find the area. I told you before, all our 14 areas available. Many information. The web page is not the focus on this, but please take a look on our number 5 area, which is energy. This is our 2B areas we spoke about today, and there is some sub areas on this. In the point 1, point 3, point 6, and 7 I talked about. Okay, please take a look on this and for more information. You can easily look for any specific equipment here, but let's take a look on this, for instance. As what I would like to show you is how you find much more information related to a specific equipment. I'm assuming you are seeing the same information as me. Here you can have some videos. The catalog is very important. We also have tender specifications ready to send for you. Let's take a look on the catalog. You can have here many information available, describing or giving an introduction about the equipment, general description. You can learn a lot from this. Process diagram in some cases if the unit requires that. Very described information. In this case, a complete technical specification, as this is a very complex one. Also, I'd like to go to this, not this one, but this, exercises and practical possibilities to be done with the main items. Take a look on this. This is all this 32 and much more exercise and practice or practical possibilities you can practice by using this equipment. Okay, take a look always in required services, and there is a lot. This is a picture of our SCADA software. This is amazing. It's much more, this interests me a lot. Just a simple face of our SCADA software. Okay, please take a look on this very carefully and understand what that exactly is, or what this exactly is. All right, you can easily find this in our web page. Please look for keywords, the reference of the equipment. I don't know, maybe renewable. Look for this. You'll see a lot of available equipment for that. Just navigate on this, check this out, and get back to us for much more inquiries or anything related to that. Okay, let me just share that. Let's go to our chat and see
Francisco,
what kind of questions we have here.
Can you
I'd
hear
like
me,
to ask
Francisco?
from our colleague, Fernando Martinez, to do help me on this, and let's share some, or let's take a look on this, or some of these questions.
Francisco, can you hear me,
I
please?
asked him to pay attention on this while I was performing this webinar. And let's take this.
Francisco,
They
can you
are
hear
more
me?
related. I don't see any specific word for question for this. Much more thankful. Comments regarding the webinar, but let's take a look on this. Okay, all right. Let's see this. Fernando, I don't know if you hear me. Is there any specific question you have identifying during this?
Yes, Francisco, can you hear me? Francisco?
Is there any specific you'd like to comment on this? Maybe we will answer common questions we have available.
No me oye.
We have
no me
been
oyes.
made in this.
¿Tú sí me oyes?
In
Porque no me
this
oyen.
in this chat.
Francisco, can you hear me, please? Francisco?
Okay, let's see this one. In the laboratory in charge of institution, we have the process. There are some very specific questions here, and I would like to take a look on this in a very careful way. But unfortunately, there is no specific questions related to any equipment or something like that. Many comments regarding or thanking the webinar and the opportunity to watching this. Okay, no worries, boys. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we are running out of time. I'd like to thank you all for joining us in this webinar. As I said before, this is the first of 6 webinars we are going to, EDIBON is going to perform. Yo no. No. Okay. Sorry about that. My colleague said I wasn't here. No worries, gentlemen. What I intended to say is this is the first of 6 webinars EDIBON is going to perform in the next months, and I really encourage you to take a look on them. They are going to happen every 3 weeks after the previous one. So the idea here is introducing you, is showing you how specific equipment or units are related to the sustainable development goals that we'll be talking about. So it's showing you how the reason of the webinar, besides presenting you that, is letting you know how exactly EDIBON can collaborate with you, as these SDGs must be implemented. This program must be accomplished or finished by 2013. Please, if your institution, your technical center is somehow related to this, please get back to us, make your inquiry. We will be more than happy to provide you any extra information. Make any video conference, phone conference calls, anything you need in order to meet or fit the requirements your institution or your studies are related to, or have, or is somehow connected to that. Okay, really appreciate that. Again, my name is Francisco Baldo. Please get back to me for any extra information. I will be again more than happy to answer any specific question you may have. I see you next time within 3 weeks. Okay, have a very nice day and see you in the next opportunity. Okay, see you. Bye-bye.